Hey Virgo, thank you for joining me for your weekend love reading. This is going to be for the weekend of October 2nd through the 4th. If you had joined me for last weekend's reading or last week's reading, you can tell that it's a little bit different. You can actually see me versus just the cards. I decided that I am going to go ahead and change up the format just a little bit so that we can hopefully be able to build a connection so that you can see me, my mannerisms, so you can see my facial expressions. I kind of came to the conclusion that I am monitored. I already know that, but in these videos, I didn't just want it to be my voice and then you seeing cards, because I know that that could be pretty boring. So I wanted to give you something a little bit less stagnant, and then also so you can see my facial expressions, which is like 9/10 of my personality. So hopefully this will be a little bit better. And what we're doing is I'm pulling 6 cards right now as I speak, and then we will talk about them, and then we will go ahead and pull some clarifiers, and then from there we'll go ahead and have a oracle card for some guidance, okay? Just waiting for one more card. Here we go. Okay, so Virgo, I do have to say that you are represented in this reading already. We have the Hermit card. This could be you, or it could represent the actual card itself, you know. I also like to talk about the people, so I do see a King of Pentacles in here as well, so it could be a earth sign as well. So you could be either more of yourself, the Taurus, Virgo, like I said, Capricorn. Okay, it could also have an air sign coming in, so Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, okay? So we have the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the Hermit. Then we have the Knight of Swords. We have the Three of Swords. And then we have the Six of Pentacles, okay? Okay, so right off the bat, I really think that there is this masculine energy who is in abundance, right? That's what this king here, this King of Cups is. King of Cups. Why did I say King of Cups? I'm sorry. The King of Pentacles. He's really abundant, right? He's really grounded, a practical type of person. And when I say he, I mean the energy, not the gender, okay? So this masculine energy is very grounded, very practical, very loyal, very grounded. If I didn't say that already, probably for the third time. You know, and they're also facing towards the present. Okay, so they're right here, right now. They're not someone from the past or someone from the future. He is kind of looking towards the future, but really he's squared off. Shoulders are squared off to the front. You know, just a little bit. But it's more present than it is in the past or way into the future. So this is someone that is here now. It could be a masculine energy that is older. It could be also like a father figure of some sort. If you, well, yeah, it could be a father figure of some sort. Or it just could be an older, more mature male than you are. Okay? And I think that with this person, there is going to be some sort of truth and clarity that comes rushing in. And that's what I'm getting with this here, this Knight of Swords. It's about that energy rushing in. I don't really think that this is about someone else coming in. I really think that this is about that truth, that clarity cutting through the crap, and just there's a message that's coming towards you really strong and heavy, okay? And really, really fast. I mean, the Knight of Swords is the fastest one that we have. And I think with him aiming towards the past, I really think it has to do with something that is coming up from the past that will put you into this hermit mode. Okay, I think something about somebody here is going to be reaching out. They're going to be giving you some information about the past. It's going to put you into this hermit mode for you to really, really look within of what you want, especially with the star in his hermit, you know, and the lantern. Really look at what you want, right? Really take that time to see within. I think it's something that it's going to leave you having restless nights, or maybe this person has had restless nights about this. But I really think that it has to do with this heartbreak. So I'm not sure if this heartbreak is from the past or going to be for the future here. But again, going on this, I really think that it's going to either lead for you into having some restless nights because of a heartbreak. I don't really think that it's going to cause you to have restless nights and a heartbreak. I think it's leading up because of this news coming in. So it's not like... So it could be about somebody in your relationship, if you are in a relationship, them giving you some news about something that was done in the past that might cause some late nights and some heartache, okay? And then for some of you, I'm getting that somebody in your present is going to give you some information about the past, about something that used to leave you up at night about a heartbreak, okay? But I'm really thinking that it's going to put you into this Six of Coins, okay? Once you do that introspection, I think it's going to give you this. So technically, the Six of Pentacles here is about balance, okay? It's about, give and take. But it's also about your perception. Are you going to be the one that gives, or are you the one that's receiving, right? Are you, there is this hierarchy here between this one person and then these two people, right? I'm also thinking here more of, and I don't usually get this with the card, but victimizer type of energy. The reason why these people are poor and they're handing things out is because of stuff that happened, regulations, authorities are keeping them down type of thing. And they're having to get handouts because they can't do things on their own. I don't know where that's pulling from, but I really think in the time of the pandemic, it's kind of obvious of some things like how our systems are set up, at least here in the United States, where it's really hard that once you're in this destitute or, the state where you have to ask the government for help, that kind of gets you stuck there for a while, okay? Not that you're not trying to get out of it, but it just kind of leaves you in that stuck mode. So I think this is kind of more of that reminder of don't put yourself in a victim mode, find balance. Also, if you do find yourself in a victim sort of sense or whatnot, try to find balance within yourself, try to find being grounded. Also, maybe shift your perception. It could also mean that you need to be open to receive or to give, okay? So if you're usually the receiver of things, you need to be the giver, okay? And if you're usually the giver, you need to start receiving, okay? That could also be, if you are in a stuck situation, you need to reach out for help, whether that's through friends, through community resources, through the government, through coworkers. You just need to reach out for some assistance, okay, if you are struggling, okay? Because the thing is that within our roles in our lives, we have some predestined karma, right? Which means what I'm really getting at here is that part of your karma might be putting you into the situation so that you are forced to being in the receiving end, or forced to be in that giving end so that you can take the opportunity to pay it forward, right? And not really, it sounds really bad when I say forced to be in the giving mode or the giving, mindset. But it's that opportunity to be able to give to somebody, right? Whereas in the past, you might not have known that people needed it, but now you know, right? Sorry, going on about these here. All right, let's go ahead and let's get some clarifiers, see what more information we can get. All right, more information. More information for our Virgos. Okay, I'm going to leave that. Okay, so the good thing is that this is only a moment. So the great thing about tarot and really about energies in general is that this could just be quick movements, quick moments in your life, or they could be prolonged things, right? What I'm gathering here, um, there is going to be some changes. There's definitely going to be some movements. So let's start with what we have here, and we'll get to it. So with the King of Pentacles, we do have the Ten of Wands here. Oh my goodness, why my words are being trapped? So maybe there might be some communication issues with you guys. But Ten of Wands here, this person's causing you a lot of burden and a lot of stress. Okay, you're trying to get to this castle, and as you can see in both cards here, you have castles in the background. So it could be that this person is within your home life, okay, within your family life. It could be that this person is someone that you thought that you would be able to have a home with, a life with, but it's become really burdensome trying to get to that, right? And then we have, with the clarity of the Knight of Swords, we have the Five of Swords. And ironically, with the Five of Swords, you have the Three of Swords underneath of it, right? So I have the Knight of Swords up top, and then under that was the Three, right? Was the Three of Swords. So what I've been drawn to lately about the Five of Swords, okay, this card obviously is a lot about those shallow victories. That you won the battle, but you didn't win the war type of energy, right? Also for me here, it represents these two people fighting, right? And that possibly a third person, but the two people fighting, like a kind of like a decision that you had to make was with these two people, right? Or a decision, two choices, right? You can stay, you can go, right? But here you've decided and you fought. But with the fighting, you're walking away with the Three Swords. So even though you fought and you were victorious, you still broke your heart. You still got the Three of Swords. So thinking about this quick moving energy coming in, or this clarity, maybe the clarity is about the fact that even though you were victorious, you did get your heart broken. Okay. And then we have here the Hermit card with the Nine of Pentacles, which speaks to me about, being an independent person, being on your own. It also could be talking about, with pairing with the Hermit card, that it's time to seek the answers, obviously, within, about you being independent, okay? So if you were in a relationship and you're leaving a relationship, or start a relationship that didn't really pan out, know that you do have everything that you need to be successful on your own. And take that time to really reflect within yourself, because you have it all. I mean, you're this Nine of Pentacles on your own. You're this independent person that can stand their ground. They're in a full abundance. They're grounded. And another thing I keep thinking about with this is that if you are struggling, because underneath the Hermit card in our lineup was the Six of Pentacles. So if you are struggling and you're having some issues, it might be thought of that maybe you need to step away from being an independent person and seeking help. It's okay to be an independent person and to stand tall with who you are, but sometimes we do need some assistance, right? So then we have the Nine of Swords with the Eight of Wands. So I think you are going to be moving out of this mindset. It's going to come in quick. As far as that clarity, that truth, that passion, it's going to come in quick. So it's going to be those messages that are going to bring in this clarity is going to be quick. And that's really what I'm gathering here with this Nine of Swords. It's going to be quick, and it's going to leave you really in your thoughts, right? Really thinking about what happened, and really about hearing something that's going to change. With here the Eight of Wands, it's about movement. It could be about traveling. It could be about messages coming in, right? But then if you have here on the left side, you have a house again. So it could be a message about your home or your family life, okay? It could be about messages about what you consider home is, or it could be, well, we're still in the pandemic, but maybe it's about, thinking towards the future about like booking, traveling to like maybe Italy or something. I don't know where that came from, but I kept seeing like a villa, an Italian villa in Tuscany or wherever, in Sicily or, you know, somewhere Mediterranean. Okay. Then we have the Three of Swords. And it was interesting because with the Three of Swords, I had two cards come out with that. We had the Death card and then the Three of Swords in reverse. So I think that with all this information and this enlightenment coming into you and the movement of the energies, I really think you're going to be healing. You're going to be changing your perception on what happened. And I really think that your heartache is going to start healing. Because with the Three of Swords here, I keep saying wands, the Three of Swords here, eventually these swords are going to come out and then you'll be able to start mending. It will take some time, and death is all about that change. It's welcoming in something different. We have this child here that on the bottom, that's innocence. So maybe it's about being able to see things in innocent eyes without having any reservation of knowledge of what this is bringing, right? Or what you had felt in the past so that you can move forward, okay? Yeah. And then the Six of Pentacles, we have the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is all about walking away from what doesn't serve you, right? Walking away from the emotional issues that you've had. So with the way that this is coming out to me today here is that the difference between the Three of Cups over here that's broken off between the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups is about that despair, right? And the Three of Cups is about the joy and the celebrations, but it also could be about a third-party situation, okay? So this could be that you're walking away from the partying and from what doesn't serve you and the heartache and the despair, and you're moving to become the hermit. Because supposedly this guy is supposed to be moving into the hermit mode. Or he's walking away to the mountain so he can become the hermit. So again, with having the hermit right above it, I think you're moving away from that pain and despair, or at least moving away from the emotions so that you can then seek your own enlightenment and seek your own truth. Okay? Let's go ahead and let's find some a guidance. Let's get a guidance card with our Oracle deck. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, I'm having a horrible time with communicating today. And I know my energy is really kind of mellow and chill today as compared to what it has been in the past, or at least in my past readings here. I really feel that that's just the energy that I'm like pulling in today for some reason. And I don't mind it. I like being more mellow than angsty and definitely more than hyper, because I am an Aquarius, and if I'm hyper, it gets scary. So let's see what guidance that for the Virgos that the universe has for them, for love, for this weekend. Okay. So the card that we have is Coming Apart. So I know based upon the book, it has a little bit different meaning than what I usually interpret this card as. And usually, obviously, with the phrasing coming apart, it means two things separating, right? It's two energies separating. It also could be the way of your mindset or the way of a situation that you knew it is coming apart. It's kind of like that clarity coming in to be able to provide you with some form of enlightenment. Because if you see in the middle here, yes, you have two people up here that are in despair with their backs together, and then the two faces. So that's like the two masks falling off, and then revealing this innocence within, and really being able to get that clarity, that truth, the sun, the happiness, the joy. and really being able to embody, you know, the truth behind the situation, okay? All right. Well, Virgo, this really seems like it's going to be a deep weekend for you. I hope that it is a positive weekend, and I hope that you do get some wonderful clarity that you need to get. Thanks. You have a great day.